The continent of Africa, the cradle of civilization and home to majestic empires, often remains overshadowed in historical narratives dominated by European, Asian, and Middle Eastern empires. However, the African continent boasts a rich and intricate history filled with powerful empires that played pivotal roles in shaping the continent's destiny and leaving a lasting impact on the global stage. In this expansive exploration, we embark on a journey into the past to unveil the captivating stories of some of the top 10 Africa's greatest empires from their inception to their eventual decline. Number 10. Ancient Egypt, the cradle of civilization. Our journey through African history begins with one of the most iconic civilizations the world has ever known, ancient Egypt, situated along the fertile banks of the Nile River. Egypt emerged as one of the earliest centers of civilization around 3000 BCE. Its success was intimately tied to the Nile, which provided a lifeline of sustenance and transportation for the burgeoning society. The Egyptians developed a complex society with a hierarchical structure, advanced art and architecture, a system of hieroglyphic writing, and a rich religious tradition, the Old Kingdom from 2700 to 2200. BCE was the age of the Great Pyramids, exemplified by the construction of the Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pharaohs, believed to be living gods, held absolute power, while a sophisticated bureaucracy managed the state. Mentuhotep II, pharaoh of the Middle Kingdom from 1255 to 1650 BCE, brought further stability and cultural development to the Egyptians. However, Egypt faced challenges during the second, intermediate period marked by the invasion of the Hyksos, a dynasty of Palestinian origin who ruled the northern parts of Egypt. The New Kingdom from 1550 to 1077 BCE marked a reinvention of Egypt's power and territorial expansion, which saw a period of reign by illustrious pharaohs like Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, and the famous Tutankhamun. The Egyptian empire extended its influence into Nubia, modern-day Sudan, and Canaan. The new Egyptian kingdom began its decline during the third intermediate period from 1077 to 656 BCE, as various foreign powers encroached on its territory. The Assyrians and Persians, among others, took control of Egypt in succession. Notwithstanding its gradual decline, ancient Egypt's contributions to science, art, architecture, calculations of complex numbers laid a solid for further advancements in today's world. Number 9. The Kingdom of Axum, the Christian Empire. Our journey takes us to the Horn of Africa, where the Kingdom of Axum, located in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, emerged as a formidable regional power. Axum's history is marked by its unique blend of indigenous culture and early Christianity. Axum's rise to prominence can be traced back to the 1st century CE. The kingdom's strategic location along the Red Sea allowed it to control key trade routes, particularly those that connected Africa with the Arabian Peninsula and the Roman Empire. The kingdom's wealth and power were closely tied to its control over the trade in ivory, spices, and other valuable commodities. One of the most significant developments in Axum's history was its conversion to Christianity. Axum is believed to be one of the earliest Christian kingdoms, with tradition holding that Christianity was introduced to the region in the 4th century CE. The conversion of Axum marked a pivotal moment in the history of Christianity and had a profound impact on the religious and cultural identity of the region. Axum reached its zenith during the 4th and 5th centuries CE when it extended its influence into the Arabian Peninsula, parts of modern-day Sudan, and the Nile Valley. The kingdom's greatest ruler, King Azana, played a key role in shaping Axum's legacy. He is known for his inscriptions in Ges, a Semitic language of Ethiopia, which provide important historical and religious insights. Despite its impressive achievements, the Kingdom of Axum began to decline in the 7th century CE, largely due to the rise of Islam and the Arab conquests in the region. The fall of Axum resulted in the splintering of the kingdom into smaller states, while the legacy of its Christian heritage persisted in the Ethiopian and Eritrean Orthodox churches. Number 8. The Mali Empire considered as the land of gold. As we continue our journey westward, we encounter the Mali Empire, which was one of the most influential and wealthy empires in West Africa. The Mali Empire's rise to power was closely linked to its control over the trans-Saharan trade in gold and salt. Mali's origins can be traced back to the 9th century CE, when it was part of the Ghana Empire. Mali gradually gained independence and emerged as a separate entity in the 13th century under the leadership of Mansa Sundiata Keita, its first ruler. The empire expanded rapidly, absorbing territories in modern-day Mali, Senegal, Ghana, and Niger. The Mali Empire was renowned for its immense wealth, derived primarily from the vast gold reserves found within its territory. The legendary city of Timbuktu, located on the southern edge of the Sahara Desert, became a thriving center of trade culture and learning. Timbuktu boasted of numerous libraries and universities, attracting scholars and students from across the Islamic world. One of the most celebrated figures in the Mali Empire's history was Mansa Musa, who ruled during the 14th century. Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim who embarked on a famous pilgrimage to Mecca. During his journey, he distributed vast amounts of gold, earning him a reputation as one of the richest individuals in history. The Mali Empire's decline can be attributed to a combination of factors, including internal strife, external invasions, and the changing dynamics of trade routes. The empire, as you would guess, weakened over the centuries and eventually disintegrated in the 16th century. Nevertheless, Mali's legacy endures, and it remains an important part of West African history and culture. Number 7. The Songhai Empire. The African colossus, the Songhai Empire, located along the Niger River in West Africa, was one of the largest empires in African history. It succeeded the Mali Empire and reached its zenith during the 16th century. The rise of the Songhai Empire can be attributed to its leaders, particularly Sunni Ali and Akiya Muhammad. Sunni Ali, the founder of the Sunni dynasty, expanded the empire's territory and consolidated his power through military conquests. His successor, Akiya Muhammad, was a devout Muslim who brought stability and good governance to the empire. One of the most significant aspects of the Songhai Empire was its organization and administrative structure. The empire was divided into provinces, each with its governor, and a central government oversaw tax collection, trade, and the military. The Songhai capital Ga became a center of commerce and culture. The Songhai Empire reached its greatest territorial extent under Asia Muhammad. It controlled vast portions of West Africa, from the Atlantic coast to Lake Chad. The empire was characterized by a strong Islamic influence, with Timbuktu once again playing a vital role in the dissemination of Islamic scholarship. The Songhai Empire's downfall was precipitated by a series of events, including the Moroccan invasion in 1591, which saw the use of advanced firearms against Songhai forces. The empire fractured into smaller states, and its once great cities were reduced to ruins. Now we go on to number 6, the Benin Empire, a kingdom of artistry. Traveling further south, we arrive at the Benin Empire, located in what is now Nigeria. The Benin Empire is renowned for its remarkable art and bronze casting, which reflected the kingdom's cultural achievements and artistic prowess. The Benin Empire emerged around the 13th century and thrived through trade with neighboring states and European powers, including the Portuguese. Its capital, the city of Benin, now called Ado, was known for its impressive city walls, a network of earthen fortifications that extended for miles. These walls helped protect the city and its valuable trade routes. One of the most enduring legacies of the Benin Empire is its art, particularly its bronze and brass sculptures. The kingdom's craftsmen produced intricate and realistic depictions of royal figures, animals, and scenes from daily life. These works of art have had a profound influence on African and Western art and are celebrated for their exquisite detail. The kingdom was characterized by a strong central authority under the Oba, who held both political and spiritual power. However, the Benin Empire's relations with European powers, particularly the British, took a turn for the worst in the late 19th century. A punitive expedition in 1897 resulted in the sacking of Benin City, the looting of its artistic treasures, and the exile of the Oba. The Benin Empire was effectively absorbed into the British Empire and became part of the British Protectorate of southern Nigeria, while the empire itself ceased to exist. Its cultural heritage and artistic achievements continue to be celebrated and preserved. The next one on our list, number 5. The Kingdom of Zimbabwe. Our journey now takes us to the southern part of Africa, where we encounter the Kingdom of Zimbabwe. This kingdom is best known for its remarkable stone architect, Ure, particularly the city of Great Zimbabwe, which was the capital of the kingdom. Great Zimbabwe was constructed between the 11th and 15th centuries and was one of the largest stone structures in pre-colonial southern Africa. The city featured massive stone walls, towers, and a network of enclosures. The exact purpose of Great Zimbabwe remains a subject of debate among historians, but it is believed to have served as a center of trade, religion, and governance. The Kingdom of Zimbabwe's wealth came from its control of trade routes in gold, ivory, and other valuable commodities. The city of Great Zimbabwe was strategically located along these trade routes, allowing the kingdom to amass considerable wealth. The kingdom also had a powerful army and maintained strong relations with neighboring states. The decline of the Kingdom of Zimbabwe is still a matter of speculation. Various factors, including environmental changes, political instability, and the exhaustion of resources, are believed to have contributed to the abandonment of Great Zimbabwe and the gradual fall of the kingdom. Now, number 4, the Zulu Kingdom, a resisting force against colonialism. This is a kingdom that originated from the southern part of Africa. The isiZulu-speaking people of present-day South Africa created a formidable empire in the early 19th century under the leadership of Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu, one of Africa's most prominent military leaders, introduced revolutionary changes in Zulu warfare. He developed the bullhorn battle formation and introduced the stabbing spear, which transformed the Zulu army into a formidable force. Under Shaka's leadership, the Zulus expanded their territory and became a major power in the region. The Zulu Kingdom's rise power coincided with the European colonization of Africa. The British and the Zulus clashed in the Anglo-Zulu War of 1879, which resulted in the defeat of the Zulu forces and the eventual colonization of their lands. Despite this setback, the Zulu culture and identity endured, and the Zulu people remain a significant cultural and political force in modern South Africa. Number 3. The Ashanti Kingdom, one that is probably still memorable in your mind from the blockbuster movie Black Panther. The Ashanti Empire, known for defending its freedom and independence, originated from the present-day Ghana, a country in West Africa. The Ashanti Empire was one of the most powerful pre-colonial states in West Africa. It is known for its rich culture, distinctive art, and its role in resisting British colonialism. The Ashanti Empire emerged in the 18th century, and its power was closely tied to the control of the gold trade in the region. The Ashanti people, known for their artistry, produced intricate gold jewelry and ceremonial objects that were highly valued. The Ashanti Empire had a well-organized government with a complex administrative system. The empire's military, known as the Ashanti Army, was highly disciplined and played a crucial role in the empire's defense. One of the most famous episodes in the Ashanti Empire's history was the Ashanti-British scramble for Africa. The British, in their quest for colonial expansion, engaged in several conflicts with the Ashanti Empire in the 19th century. The Ashanti-British Wars were marked by resistance and military confrontations. Eventually, the Ashanti Empire was defeated and became a British protectorate in the early 20th century. Nevertheless, the Ashanti culture and identity have persisted and is still echoed worldwide as one of the important figures in American football continues to showcase the fashion sense of the Ashanti Kingdom. Number 2. The Kanem-Borno Empire, known in short as the Borno Empire, originated in the region around Lake Chad in modern-day Nigeria, Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, and was a significant power in the Sahel region. The empire's history is marked by its political organization and Islamic culture. The Kanem-Borno Empire emerged around the 9th century CE. Its ruling dynasty, the Saifawa, established a centralized government and engaged in long-distance trade with other African states, the Arab world, and Europe. The empire controlled key trade routes in the Sahel region, facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas. This empire played a crucial role in the spread of Islam in the region. Islamic scholars and traders from North Africa and the Arab world visited the empire, contributing to its religious and cultural transformation from traditional practices to the Islam religion. The empire reached its peak in the 16th century under the rule of Mai Idris Aluma, who expanded its territory and introduced military innovations. However, the Kanem-Borno Empire eventually faced growing conflicts and challenges, including invasions by the Saifawa dynasty and attacks by other neighboring states. This gradually led to the disintegration of the great Kanem-Borno Empire in the 19th century. Number 1. The Oyo Empire of Yoruba. The Oyo Empire, located in what is now southwestern Nigeria, was one of the most influential Yoruba states in pre-colonial West Africa. It is known for its centralized government military organization and unique religious practices. Oyo's origins can be traced to the 14th century. With the establishment of the Oyo city-state, the empire expanded through a combination of diplomacy and military conquest. The Oyo Empire was characterized by a strict hierarchy, with the Alafin as the supreme ruler and the Oyo Mesi, a council of chiefs assisting in governance in the palace. The empire controlled trade routes and collected taxes on various items, including kola nuts and slaves. The empire was also a significant center for art and culture. The Yoruba people, known for their intricate wood carvings and religious practices, produced a rich artistic heritage. The Oyo Empire, like every other mentioned during the course of this video, eventually faced internal strife, including factional disputes and challenges to its authority by external forces of the British, and subsequently fell in the 19th century. The stories of these great men, the sophistication of these empires, are never remembered by the West and mainstream, as these empires posed a worthy opponent to them during the colonization of Africa, which arose as a result of greed by the Europeans to own every piece of the world, including the Americas, which was taken away from the Native Americans, who passed through the same predicaments as the Africans. It is our job as Africans to spread the untold stories that have been overlooked for centuries, as a way to keep that connection between us and our heritage alive. Don't forget to share and subscribe for more interesting historical facts. Write your thoughts and questions about what you've learnt in this video in the comments section. Also remember that in unity we stand, divided we fall. Thanks for watching.